and welcome to the quest for the best video game. Morale is at an all-time low. We continue to be pursued by Uwe Ball through the depths of hell. Protag, what movie did we watch this?
This was not the opening. I thought you were.
Well,
I thought you were gonna do completely different. Anyways, we watched the Postal movie this week. Even though last week we said we were not gonna watch another Uwe Ball movie. Well, I said fuck that rule and I chose Postal.
Yeah, I was wondering if you'd remember that or not. Breaking all the goddamn rules.
I broke the one rule because there is no rules.
Yeah, so the abomination that is Postal. Protag, tell me how. I think the first scene of Postal really sets the tone.
Sets the tone on how the movie's gonna go.
Yeah.
Well,
Explain.
Well, it's you gotta take into account this is the game Postal, so it's like trying to be a satirical case on the United States just in general. So it starts out with two jihadists in a plane arguing about how many virgins they're going to get for sacrificing themselves into a target. It's not specified what it is yet, but when they call Osama and they're told they're only going to get like maybe 20 virgins, they decide to go fly to Bahamas when the passengers on the plane make it inside to the cabin and take control of the plane, which rapidly descends into one of the Twin Towers.
Oh boy, we're starting with 9/11 joke.
Yeah, it was like
Yay.
not even... That was like the first thing they did was a 9/11 joke.
So, I was actually talking to somebody about this, and we're talking about offensive comedy, and are there jokes? Is it possible for a joke to go too far? And
Uwe Boll did it.
I don't know. See...
Actually, I've actually heard of worse jokes than that, so that one's actually not that bad. Oh yeah, they wanted to go to the Bahamas instead, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Yes, they didn't want to crash.
Yeah, they decided not to crash after the 20 virgins thing, so they're like, we're going to go to the Bahamas.
So here's where I have the issue with it. I don't care if a joke goes too far if it's funny.
Yeah,
this
that
isn't
wasn't really
a
funny.
funny joke. It's like 2 minutes of random banter. Hey, our podcast. Followed by
what? I was
just
confused
insulted
with
us.
that little...
Deal with that.
Okay.
Followed by just a shock to be a shock, and that kind of sets the tone for the movie. It's just it tries real hard to be a shock comedy at some parts, and some of it's funny. There's a lot of dead kids, so
Wow, don't skip ahead too much now.
So we join Postal Dude, played by Zach Ward, who looks like the Postal Dude.
Yeah, so they got some dude who looks decently like the Postal Dude, so I mean that's a plus on their point.
He was also in Transformers, apparently, but
really? No.
Yeah.
Well, which one?
He was generic army guy number 5. I don't know. He probably died.
Probably.
Sergeant
I want to go look.
Donnelly.
I want to go look now.
He has a very familiar face. Oh, what it is?
He's in a lot of like random TV shows as like a single character, and also he
is.
does a lot of voice act work. The last game I know he did voice acting work for was Army of Two, like their most recent one.
And also, he was in Postal 2. Paradise Lost, just the DLC.
Oh, he was voice acting for that? That's weird.
Just the DLC though, so
Yeah,
I assume
that's still kind of weird.
Yeah, because Paradise Lost came out in like 2015.
After Postal 3 came out, and it was a total flop to where the normal devs called it Russian Postal instead of Postal 3 now, and then went back and it was like, we're just going to support Postal 2.
We're just going to make DLC for a 12-year-old game, right? Yeah, 12-year-old.
Yep, it was old.
So anyway, we joined Postal Guy. He's in his shitty trailer, which I went back and played Postal 2. They actually did a good job of recreating the trailer, which, good for them. He's in a shitty trailer. He's getting all dressed up. He's got a suit and he's just got a shirt and a tie on. His room-encompassing wife is laying in bed yelling at him about something or another. She's big. She's big lass. She's biggin'. But and then he's just kind of sad. He's sad but hopeful, I would say at this point.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get a job and he's
yeah.
gonna turn his life around.
After we find out later on that he got like laid off from a factory working job.
Yeah. So he goes to what was the name of the company he went to?
Glutco.
So yeah, okay. And there's this weird interview, which the interview scene was all right. I'll say it
had the
decently
dude from Suits
satirical. I don't know what it says. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, they're doing the interview, and it is very, I guess, satirical. It's very an exaggeration of American corporate life, because it's like, oh, you have to sing. The interview ends with him answering a bunch of dumb questions, and then he has to sing an anthem about how you'll die in your cube because you can't afford a casket.
And though they're sold away your pension anyway, so you have to keep working there.
Until you die in your cubicle casket thing. Yeah.
Or
So, yeah.
your cubicle becomes your casket.
And then that's the scene. And then he gets real sad after that. He's officially broken by the world, I'd say. Yeah, he keeps saying, "I hate this town." Does he say that in the game? I played the game for 20 minutes. I didn't hear him say that, so I just pissed on people. That's all I do.
Jesus Christ, Joe. Do you have a piss fetish? Did you find out you had a piss fetish because of the game?
No comment.
But anyways, we cut to our other group of characters and gang, I guess you could call it that.
First,
the terrorists.
Cut to the gang. Oh, that gang. Okay, yeah.
Where they're all holed up inside of a gas station owned by... They never really say what nationality the gas station was. I'm guessing he's
Afghani.
I thought he was supposed to be Indian, but yeah, he's more Afghani.
Maybe.
That dude's actually in a bunch of shit too, I found out. So there's a lot of high-listing actors in this movie for some fucking reason.
Fucking J.K. Simmons is in it.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is in it, and he's spouting, like, anti-Bush things in front of this gas station. But anyways, the terrorist group is hiding in this gas station, and they're using it as their hideout. And they're just waiting for a day to attack the Western dogs, quote-unquote.
So they keep alluding...
Oh, yeah, and Osama's on his way there.
Yes. They keep alluding to this shipment. They don't say what it is. They just say it's a shipment. It's going to make 9/11 look like child's play.
They don't say that until later on.
It's implied. No, I think he does say it.
No, it doesn't say it until Osama shows up, and they do their recording.
Yeah. Anyway, they're basically all of Al-Qaeda is operating out of the back of this Pakistani guy's gas station. They plot about some stuff. Not a whole lot goes on there. They just kind of plot, and then we cut to Uncle Dave. You all right?
Yeah? Why?
I'm in an Xbox Live chat. I'm confused. Hold on a second.
Joe, I don't want to edit this.
That's an easy cut.
I'm leaving this in.
No, that was weird. A thing popped up and I turned to Xbox Live chat. Then I heard noises. I'm like, is your microphone broken? And then somebody started talking to me.
I'm leaving this in.
No, you're not.
I am.
I have to upload it, so I'll cut it out.
I'm leaving this in so that you have to do work.
Anyway. So we cut to Uncle Dave, who's...
Uncle Dave, who we find out is a cult leader.
Yeah, it's called Doom, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it stood for something else.
I'm trying to remember, because it's like the non-denominational church. They just have all the gods there.
Yeah, something like that.
They're having an orgy. We find out Uncle Dave... We found out from Uncle Dave's assistant, which was the fat comedy relief character from Far Cry.
Forced humor comedy relief character, yes.
Yeah. We find out that... cause he's like his accountant or something, I guess.
Yeah,
we find out that the cult is in trouble with the IRS. They owe a lot of money to the IRS. And then we get to see our first dick of the movie.
I think that's the only dick you really see.
That is the only dick in the movie, which kind of surprised me, because there were other scenes where dick could have been shown.
I'm glad it wasn't.
And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what was going through Abe Bull's mind. Why did he show dick there and nowhere else? What made that scene special? What did it add to the movie? I would guess absolutely fucking nothing. He just wanted to show dick.
Anyways, cut back to the postal dude on his way to the welfare office to get his welfare check.
Boy.
While he's on his way there, he passes a gas station boy, and some dude's just asking him for, like, some money where he doesn't give him money because he himself doesn't have any money. To where the dude just tells him to go fuck off and tells him to go away and how he has all this money and stuff even though he doesn't. Also, he says, "I hate this town" again when he walks away.
I hate this town counter, number 8.
Yeah. And then he makes it to the welfare office.
Where he's number 94 in line.
Out of 23 that's up there right now.
Yeah, number 23 is up. He is 94.
Yeah.
And then a fight breaks out.
Yeah,
turns into a
one dude steals a cop's pistol and it just turns into like a mass shooting.
Yeah, it just turns into a shootout.
Yeah.
And then our protagonist, Postal Dude, uses this opportunity to find a better ticket. Gets ticket number 24, and then the welfare office closes, so...
Yep.
No welfare check for him. And that's when he goes to meet Uncle Dave.
Well, he calls Uncle Dave on the phone asking him... Oh, no, wait, no. He visits Uncle Dave first before he goes to the welfare office, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, so he goes and visits Uncle Dave. They talk about how they used to...
do a bunch of hijinks and heists.
Run scams and stuff.
Pretty much. To where Uncle Dave actually did the one that they talked about of actually starting a cult to get money and shit like that.
Yeah. Uncle Dave brings up the fact that Colt not doing so great on the money. They're going to
they're forfeiting their money or whatever because the IRS is after, which is completely different from the game though, where it's a Waco, Texas thing in the game. But
Waco.
Yeah, no, it's literally Waco, Texas in the game. But besides that,
So yeah, then he's like, oh, you should join me in my plot to get money. And then he's like, nah, I play by the rules now. Goes home, find his neighbor just balls deep in his wife, using flour to find the
Wet
wet spot.
spots.
God, that
You gotta find the wet spots.
that scene. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll give him that one. As much as I hate to admit it, that one made me laugh more than it should have. Because yeah, the fucking redneck just walks out and he's got like no teeth and he's grabbing flour from the. See another scene where you could have had some dick and decided not to for artistic reasons. Grabs flour out of the cabinet. He's like, you gotta find the wet spots, and then just goes back in. And much like Postal Dude is realizing, at the same time we are, doesn't matter. We're all gonna die, and the redneck's gonna fuck your wife.
Yeah.
So next he's going to he leaves because I mean your wife's getting fucked. It's rude to stay. And goes and calls Uncle Dave from a payphone. Which this movie came out in 2008. Did payphones still exist in 2008?
Yes.
Like just barely, right? Like people would have had cell phones at that point, right?
I barely remember the early 2000s, to be honest with you.
I mean, I was only 12, so I don't know what was going on. But I feel like I had a cell phone at that point, so I'd assume most people would. But yeah, so he's talking on the cell phone, and gas station guy comes up and is like, "I'm gonna rob you." And then they have a fight, and he shoots gas station guy in the stomach, and then he decides to go rob some shit with Uncle Dave. So what do we end up finding out that their actual plot is? How are they gonna make all their money, Protag?
They're gonna steal a bunch of crotchy dolls and sell them for $4,000 a piece. And I don't remember how many dolls there's in, but they had like some stupid math scene that was supposed to be funny, but it really wasn't.
I don't remember it, so yeah, it obviously stuck with me a lot.
Yeah.
I forgot it in 24
They were joking
hours.
about the joke was they're trying to calculate how much money it would be if they grabbed X amount and sold them for $4,000 a piece.
Oh yeah.
And they're like arguing like, well, if you carry the zero, whatever, it's a fuckload of money. And it's like, well, that joke just went on too long.
And then we come to the offensive part. Well, not really.
Not yet.
Then I'm gonna say we're up to the offensive part now. Well, first we learn out it's also Al Qaeda's plan.
Yeah, they want to steal crotchy dolls, but we don't know why yet. We don't know why yet.
Okay, so yeah, they do all the plots, the heist plotting and setup and blah blah blah. Turns out the crotchy dolls are at Little Germantown, which is run by our best Little Germany. It's run by our best friend in the whole world, Uwe Ball.
Mm-hmm. After using all the money he's made from movies, on spending it on all the movie money on that park. And then there's a joke, and they're saying like how he was able to fund all his money was by all the Nazi gold that he has.
Well, there's the Nazi gold. There's the God, there's so many Holocaust jokes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nazi gold. There's a gift shop, and it's like, oh, it's just past the gas chamber.
Right of the gas chamber.
There's a like summer camp for kids. It's called like Kids Concentration Camp or something.
Like that,
yeah. Part of the plot is Vern Troy, better known as Wee Man from Jackass, is showing up to advertise the dolls. They're paying him with gold teeth.
That's not who you're thinking it is.
That's
no.
Vern Troyer?
Vern Troyer is not in Jackass.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're right. He's not.
Oh my god.
He was just Wee Man, wasn't he?
No!
Yes, he was.
There you go.
Fuck. Yep, he was Mini-Me. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched Jackass or Austin Powers.
Anyways, continue.
Anyway, Mini-Me showing up. He's being paid in gold teeth. The Uncle Dave and Postal Guy show up. They've got their concubine of women from their cult.
They're all dressed up as Nazis.
Guards. Yep, they all have Hitler stashes.
And Nazi armbands.
And blah, 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 some stuff happens. They steal the dolls, whatever you want to call them. They steal all the stuff they want to steal. Al-Qaeda shows up and is like, oh no, they're stealing the stuff we want to steal. Gunfight breaks out. Cut to piles of dead children.
Uwe Boll gets shot in the dick while the creative developer behind the Postal series also gets shot at some point.
No, he just shows up and starts beating the shit out of Uwe Boll.
And then gets shot.
And then gets shot.
And then Uwe Boll has a boxing glove out of like nowhere.
Yeah, just Vince
because
DeSerto,
get it, he boxes film critics.
He boxes film critics. These movies are so shit. The only way to defend them is with violence.
Yeah, so
anyway,
bad.
the gunfight breaks out. There's just here's the next. I want to call it a line, but here's the next just for shot comedy part is just a bunch of kids get shot. Like there's just piles of dead children.
Yep. Which actually
Which-
leads into another joke later on.
Does it?
Yes.
Are you talking about the
Yes.
reporter? Yeah, there's a reporter who's faking being sad and get an Emmy or
So
whatever.
she can
whatever
become
award
famous
for
by
that.
talking about all the dead children that are all around her that she dragged into a pile.
Yeah, she did drag him into a file. Like I'm not the stuck-up person saying, "Oh, a joke needs to be tamer." But there's no point for that joke other than to try to be shocking.
Yeah.
Also, during their escape, they stole Mini Me.
Also, they ran
It's not
over the
explained
welfare
why.
chick. Yeah, it is.
It's not explained why yet they stole Mini
Oh,
Me.
yeah, he's like, it's a gift at first.
So, they go back to their cult compound. Turns out Al Qaeda's found them, so they go into their cult bunker. We learned that Al Qaeda wants the dolls because they have avian
How
flu in
could
them,
you
and they're
skip
gonna use
the
that.
cat silencer?
Nobody cares about the cat.
That's the
silencer.
best scene.
He puts a gun in a cat's butt and he shoots, and it's a cat silencer, just like the video game.
And it's great, because in the movie.
Yeah, cat silencer. Anyway, they're in a bunker. We learn that the dolls have vials of the bird flu in them, because why not? And that's how Al Qaeda's going to destroy the world, or the Western world at least.
No,
and
at least
then
the United States.
plot the West. Al Qaeda's pretty anti-Western.
Well, no, in the movie it
organization.
stated it's just the United States, while the cult dude himself wants to do the whole world.
Not Uncle Dave, by the way.
Uncle Dave
Uncle
is
Dave's
like-
fat assistant.
Yeah, the forced comedy humor guy from Pat.
From
Yeah.
Far Cry. Far Cry guy. We're gonna call him Far
Yeah.
Cry guy. Far Cry guy is completely bought into Uncle Dave's cult and his weird Bible that states that what is it? It's like a midget superstar will get raped to death by 1,000 monkeys, and then the world will run.
Yeah.
So they throw Vern
Troyer.
they throw Mini-Me, Vern Troyer, yeah, into a pit of 1,000 monkeys, and he gets raped to death. And then Uncle Dave finds out he's gay by making out with his assistant.
And then probably
And then he gets
yeah.
shot and killed. Yeah. He's like, I'm gay. Gets shot. I'm bi. And then
Yeah.
dies. It's a good way to die. Anyway. Now, what we found out is that Postal Dude hid the truck full of the dolls, the crotchy dolls. That way they can't. So Al Qaeda needs to find him. Colt Dude needs to find him. Postal guy knows where it is. He goes to get it. Kills a bunch of Al Qaeda people on his way out. He somehow convinces a bunch of the girls from the cult to join him, and I didn't really get that.
Well, because they were supposed to, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to go out, shoot me some terrorists, probably die in a hail of bullets. And then he just grabs the machine gun and walks away.
And then they're like, yeah, okay, sure, let's go shoot some stuff. We cut to a whole bunch of running around. There's not a whole lot that happens. A big chunk of this could be cut out, really, if you think about it. He meets up with a girl that was introduced later that nobody gave a shit about. And they go have a gunfight in the trailer while the police fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Al Qaeda plus rednecks are descending on the trailer. And he's like,
No,
I've
it's
got
not
a bomb.
Al-Qaeda, it's followers of Dave because they think he killed Dave.
Al Qaeda's also there.
Because they have the crotchy dolls. But they're also working
Yes.
with each other,
So-
too, which is weird.
I also thought rednecks were just there from the trailer.
Well,
park.
the one dude was, till he got shot.
There are a lot of people. There's a big gunfight. Which I guess brings us to the point. The gunplay is a weird word.
It's not a video game.
The gun effects in this movie are so much better than they are in Far Cry, which is really weird given that this is supposed to be a comedy and Far Cry was an action movie. But they have a massive shootout. Postal Dude's like, I've got a bomb, and if you don't
then there's this long ass.
not
I'll
shoot
blow
me.
up this whole city
Yeah, he gives
block.
a
So
speech.
then after that, he gives a speech about how we all shouldn't be like
We
killing.
love each
Yeah,
other.
we shouldn't be killing each other for God
Hugs.
because it's God and he'd do it himself. And then that we should all just hug instead. And then the Al Qaeda dude is like, yeah, shoot him. And then everyone just starts shooting again.
And then they shoot their way
Yeah,
out.
they somehow shoot their way out.
Drive off into the sunset, cut to Al Qaeda guy. Oh, fuck, what's his name? Osama bin Laden, George Bush, skipping through a field as Chinese nukes fall on America.
Because
End of movie.
the president decided to drop nukes on China and was it Pakistan?
India.
Oh yeah, it was India.
No, it was
He
India.
dropped nukes on those two countries because they said they were the reasons for the terrorist attacks on Paradise City.
Also, they can make shirts for less than $1.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, end of movie.
It's a great movie. You should watch
Oh
it.
god.
Cat silencers.
I
The fact that somebody actually had the balls to do it is.
we know who did it though. I think he just. That's my problem. I think Uwe Ball did it because he wanted to be edgy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a movie without a point, in my opinion. Protag, what do you rate this movie?
2 postals out of 10. I'm kidding. It's more like 5 postals out of 6 pissing on people.
Damn it, you took my fucking joke.
Well, do yours.
I give it 6 gallons of piss out of 10.
See, at least you're giving it like above average rating.
I would say this is I don't know. I think it's on par with Far Cry. They're bad for different reasons, and they both have different.
It's not even close. The acting is way better.
I would say it is. I think they both have reasons that they're good, and I think they both have reasons that they're bad, and it just kind of balances out.
I don't agree.
I enjoyed Far Cry.
I like how we're both opposites in movies right now.
I enjoyed this less, but I enjoyed Far Cry, and
I enjoyed
I think
this more
Far
than
Cry was okay. Far Cry was fun to laugh at. This wasn't fun to laugh at because it wanted me to laugh at it so badly.
You did laugh quite a few times.
There's the wet spot.
That we made an emoji on our Discord.
Yep. That wraps up this review. Join us next week for something that actually isn't Uwe Vol. Doom!
With The Rock Johnson and other people.